thrives on it.
Yeah, yeah, great call, Jim. No, he came in and gave us energy right from the jump, and was making positive plays on both ends of the floor, and I thought that was huge. Uh, I also thought obviously Ryan, you know, uh, really fast-paced game, and them switching their defenses all the time had a really good feel for that. And then Nolan's put together two really solid games. So I thought those three were huge for us tonight.
About the defense, especially in the first half, disrupting a lot of their passes that
No, we wanted to get up into them, especially in our own gym here, and I thought we did a decent job of that. I thought in stretches it was really good. Probably that first 8 minutes was pretty good. Then we had a little lull, and then we played really good. And then that last 2 minutes or something wasn't good. So we just got to tighten some things up, and especially some of those rotation guys need to come in and help us a little more defensively.
What does it say about Ben, just that he embraces that role that he has so fervently and plays that way?
Yeah, I mean that's what he does. That's who Ben Gregg is. So we're lucky to have him, and he does buy in, and he understands how important it is for him to do that.
Mark, another nice night from beyond the arc, shooting three. Has anything gone into the turnaround there?
I mean, guys, we work on it. We've been working on it all year. I mean, we shoot a lot. They shoot in the summer. They shoot. Sometimes they go in, and sometimes they don't. I mean, that's all I can tell you. And fortunately, Ryan's a good shooter, and it just got off to a miserable start. And a little bit of it was shot selection early, but then lately he's had them popcorning out and in and outs, and threes that under further review become twos and things like that. I mean, it's been tough. So it's been nice to see him. I mean, it shows you how mentally strong a kid he is. He just powers through it and kept shooting, and next one's going in, and I think that would have broke a lot of guys out there. So I'm proud of him.
How nice is that for the confidence for those that be dropping?
Well, I mean, you could answer that. I mean, come on. Yeah, obviously it's great. Yeah.
Anton tweak a finger or something? What did he do?
Yeah, I dove, and I don't know if he dislocated his pinky or something.
How huge was it from the standpoint of capitalizing off turnovers too, those extra possessions,
Yeah.
27-6 on that?
Yeah, no, and then this was a high possession game, and it was a high, paced game, and there was a little too much wildness. I mean, for us to only have 9 turnovers is pretty good in such a kind of wild, high possession game. And again, the way they play, it's not normal. There's not a whole lot of sets we can run, and they converge in the lanes really well. Obviously, you saw tonight how well they can protect the rim. I think there was probably 6 or 7 of those layups we had that they just took off the board, and those were big plays. But I thought our guys hung with it. They hung with it. I thought we did a nice job on Deuce Turner in the first half, and then he got kind of cooking a little bit in the second half. But he hit some tough shots. No one contested him.
Is it because all the zones are thrown around?
Yeah. Zones, presses to zones, and they play 3 different zones, and they play man. So, you just have to play. You can't try to overanalyze what they're doing.
What's the last 4 days been like for you with your guys from 25, 30 years?
Exhausting. Absolutely exhausting. Awesome. I mean, so just heartwarming, and just so great to catch up with all the guys, and feel like I'm finally at the point where I've caught up with most of them one-on-one, and their spouses and all that, and because that's on my mind, and it's just incredible to have them come back and see how well they're all doing, and then also just to see how much it means to them to get an appreciation like this, and some of them haven't been back. Kyle Dixon hasn't been back since he left, so I think he was blown away by all this, and so it's been good, but all the while you're trying to prepare your team and get them ready for a game, and then the normal stuff. So it's been some late nights.
I'm sure you don't focus too much on jerseys or anything like that, but what was it like to kind of see the throwbacks to Royal Blue to take you kind of back to those 98, 99 teams?
I mean, yeah, they did a nice job with them. I'll give you that. I mean, they did kind of look like those ones we played all the way to the Elite Eight in. So that was great of Nike to do that. And yeah, no, I thought they looked sharp.
This is kind of unrelated, but you guys had a female official for the first time ever in the game here.
Yeah.
Crystal Hogan, I think.
Hey,
Did you
she.
see that?
Well, hey, the best thing official can do is you don't notice someone. She did great. I mean, she made the calls. And, yeah, she was great.
What have you seen from Santa Clara this year in the week?
Again, a big physical team. I think their strengths on the inside. They've done a great job just every year, just finding the right guys, whether it's in the transfer portal or their evals as a staff. So, I mean, I think they're going to be right there in the upper half of the league. So they've had some nice wins, and then they've had a couple kind of losses that kind of scratch your head on. But no, that obviously. We head out on the road now, so this will be a tough one. It's always been a tough place for us to play.
Sorry. When you get into conference play, get into the Thursday, Saturday setup on the schedule, do you like having that kind of consistency, knowing how it's going to work?
Oh, I don't know that ours is like that this year. I mean, we got a couple. I think we got a Tuesday mixed in and something else. But yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of Thursday, Saturday. I mean, I'd much rather. I think it should be Wednesday, Saturday, or something. I mean, it's hard to get prepped. It's hard to get the guys rested. I don't think it leads to peak performance, especially on that second night. And so I was always pushing. I mean, we should be playing Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and spacing them out a little bit.
It feels good. I mean, I feel like I've had a pretty mediocre beginning to the season so far. So to see some more shots go in tonight felt good. And now I just building on that, getting more consistent with it and bringing it every game. But, I mean, it's always fun to have those type of nights.
Nolan, I'm sure you guys have done that. Ben has the potential, but if you do that, what's it like to see it happen?
Oh man, Ben gets us going any game. So just to see him out there being real comfortable, letting it fly, getting his, it was dope to see.
Now you think about a slow start this year?
Yeah, I mean, I got high expectations for myself. So I don't really feel like I've lived up to what I can do yet. But still got a long ways to go. We just started conference, so hopefully now build on this game and get more consistent with it.
How do you handle that role? That's probably not an easy role to handle. How do you?
I mean, it's hard. Some days you're tired and can't really bring the energy as much as I would like to. But it's just something you just gotta fight through and try and do whatever you can to lift these guys up. Whatever I can do, coming off the bench, they got that first wind out of them, so they're probably tired. So just coming in and bringing that second run of energy and trying to do whatever I can to help them play their full potential as well.
Nolan, offensively tonight, Mark talked about not being able to really run sets. You're just going to react to all the different stuff.
Yeah.
How'd you handle that part?
I think we handled it real good. Yeah, they're real tricky. They run all types of different zones. Then they'll jump into man out of nowhere. So, coach, he went into it saying, it's not going to be a lot of, play calls ran for us. We're just going to have to play off instinct, figure it out. And that's what we did today. So.
How do you guys like handling not only defensively scoring off turnovers, taking advantage of that, but also pushing the pace, fast break points, and all that stuff, finishing up defense?
I feel like that's always needed in any game we play. Making sure we're up into the defense. Pressuring. Making steals, being proactive, not reactive. What coach usually says. So, yeah, I feel like that's needed every game.
It's gonna be a question for whoever wants to answer it. The 3-pointers have been starting to knock down the last 2 games. Has there been anything that goes into that?
Consistency in the gym. I mean, we got guys that are working at it every day, and people don't see that. They just see the numbers in games. But I mean, we're playing at a high level right now. We know what it took to get us here, and everybody's been staying consistent with the reps in the gym. And I mean, I just got to stay consistent with that, and I mean, the numbers are going to go up. It's just, you know, not
Just
every.
trusting your work.
Yeah.
Trusting your work.
Yeah.
Going off of that, guys, even when you guys had the struggles, your offense didn't shy away from shooting.
Right.
How big was it to stay confident, stay looking for those shots?
Oh man, it's real big. It's like a huge key. I ain't gonna lie. You know, making sure your confidence is not wavering. Understand that you are a shooter on this program. You've been knocking down in practice, you know, in workouts. So just having that confidence to be able to shoot any shot that you're open, you know, and letting it fly and being confident, I feel like it's a huge key, especially with today's game and all the shooters that are on the squad. So
We talked to Coach about it some. He said, "Hey, just sometimes they don't drop."
that's it.
What's
Literally.
it like
That's
for
it.
them to finally be dropping?
Oh man, that's hey,
It's
it's
a
the
relief.
right time for them to be dropping. I'll tell you that. So
Yeah.
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 Nolan, you were matched up against Deuce a lot. He had some really tough shots.
Mm.
What was that matchup like for you defensively?
Yeah, man, he got it going second half. First half, I thought I did a real cool job with him. Second half, you know, he just got caught fire a little bit. You know, hit a few threes. So I feel like it was time for Ryan to get a shot at him. That's all that was. You know, I ran around for him a little bit too longer than that, and I needed to. So threw Ryan at him, slowed it down a little bit more towards the end. So I wasn't mad at that. Yeah.
And then, both you and Ryan had 4 steals. Were there just more opportunities to kind of jump passing lanes? And how do you guys kind of come up with the 14 steals tonight?
Well, personally, I'm not known for my defense, so getting 4 is kind of a shock to me as well. They kind of fell into my lap, to be honest. The first one definitely did. But I mean, yeah, Ryan's a great defender. Nolan is, and they're like Nolan said, they're chasing around with these quick guards all game. I know they're tired, but I mean, they stay with it and do their best. You know, trying to get in passing lanes and get deflections on loose balls and stuff like that. So, defense is definitely a positive for us. It has been this whole preseason, and just got to continue to grow it.
You guys get a chance to hang around any of the 90s guys, 99 guys, and all. What'd you take from the encounters with those guys?
Yeah, we got to meet with them. I want to say, was it yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yesterday after practice. They all came through. We got to, you know, physically shake everyone's hand and really introduce ourselves to every single one of them. So this event was huge, you know, just see everybody there. And we knew that coming out, we wasn't just playing for us, we was playing for all the alumni. So it was a real good opportunity and situation for us. And I'm glad we just came out, got the win, and played hard for them. So.
Yeah, Coach Gentry made it a point after our pregame meal today that this jersey is not just for how it looks. I mean, obviously it looks pretty cool, but you know just the legacy that this place has, and you know the teams that wore these. I mean, they set the blueprint for what we do now. So, I mean, we weren't only defending home court, but we were defending. I mean, everything that they've done for us, and you know, set that those stepping stones for us.
You had a chance to be a part of that reveal on
Yeah.
social media. Was it hard to kind of keep that quiet for however long you had to?
It was, yeah, it was. These are sweet. Hopefully we wear them again. But we did it like a month ago too, so everybody did a good job keeping it under wraps. That was like FBI stuff going on. Nobody was able to see them, so it was pretty cool.
Guys, I doubt he talks about it, but Coach Few needs one more win for 700 in his career.
Yeah, you know
What's it
that.
like to
Really?
be, you know, part of a team that, you know, play for a guy like Coach Few?
Man, that's huge, man. That's huge. We definitely got to come up with a win this next game, you know.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he don't talk about that, so, you know, I'm going to make it a point to bring it to the guys and make sure we really got to come out with a win now. So, you know, it's always fun, you know, having Coach Few as a coach. You know, he's my guy. He's a real player's coach for sure. You know, but, yeah, we definitely got to come up with that 700 win, though. That's going to be huge for him. Yeah, it's going to be huge.
Well, you had the big game against Santa Clara last year, and kind of the game stealing the shot. Those guys always kind of seem to reload. They have brought up projection after losing Jalen Williams. Have another pretty good roster this year. What do you think? What do you guys expect down there on Thursday?
They have been beating some teams. I've heard. I heard they are real good and real solid. You know, so I just feel like we just needed to bring that defense that we played here and defense that we played usually at the Kennel just on the road with us down to Santa Clara, and I think everything will work itself out. Honestly.